Yo, 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 yo. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the 8 More Than 92 podcast, where we always keep it 100. We're your hosts, Harrison.
Banks.
Dodgy. Shit. Shit.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the 8 More Than 92 podcast, where we always keep it 100. I am back on the mic again. I know y'all thought that was fresh, huh? StreamYard got his little features and stuff like that. So I'll throw that on there for when the video version come out there. You know, niggas already got the intro and stuff paid out. But I am joined today by a group of legends. If you ask one chick, I started the show because of this person, but it's my ace, man, my ace Boom Cool, my little brother. Noah join us with you, and then Trm and Teno, the Chord room, the musical engineer pioneers from Biggie all the way up to my man Aubrey Drake Graham are here to join us with us today to talk about the Chord room and also just to give into their other show. And I always get the name wrong, so I'm gonna let y'all get both shows out there in general. But I'm glad to have them back on here again. And I want to start off with y'all because I know last time we were on, I don't know if we gave y'all time to really shine and show who y'all are, but I've been following y'all for the longest. Trim just sent me that dope ass song I listened to on the way back to VA yesterday. So I want to give y'all flowers and stuff like that while y'all got a chance to be on here and just introduce the world to who y'all are and both y'all shows that y'all got going currently right now. So just go ahead and say what's up.
All right, I'll start off first, man. Trim, TRM, short for the Renaissance Man. One half of the Courtroom podcast, and then our other podcast, the Collab Presents. Most of the time, man, I dib and dab in some music. So we just got a one single that just came out from Old Mugs, one artist that we're supporting, and he's rapping with us, man. Direction Remix featuring John Doe, Introvert, J Tag, and Carl G, the producer, with my boy Tino, and at the very beginning of it, putting a nice little spin on the intro. So definitely, man. But we're just trying to do our thing, man.
I mean, hey, my name is Tino, man. Core room. We got the core room. We got collab. Man, we got music. We just trying to build a media company. The name of the company is Kings of the Republic, basically. So Kings of the Republic is music, is podcast, it's about to be movies, TV shows. There's gonna be a lot of stuff, man. So we just building that up. Man, we just trying to get our dreams out there, man. This is just, honestly, with the direction remix, and also we got the album Dark Ages, the EP Dark Ages that came out in February by Old Mugs. We about to drop the Renaissance Project by Old Mugs probably in another month or two.
Yeah, I think it's probably like October time frame. But yeah.
Yeah, so we just trying to see what's going to pop. You know what I'm saying, and just having fun. But yeah, man. But
we appreciate y'all coming on. What made y'all start the collab?
Well, the collab. So the collab is me and Trim always wanted a female perspective because we had the core room, and it's men bonding is cool, but I always like being around women. Just keeping the G. I'm married, but I like being around women because women balance everything out. So Jazz, Tay, and then we have another person, Walt. He's an artist out there. He actually did. Trim got another album coming out. He got an instrumental album coming out soon.
Yeah, definitely.
As well.
That should be coming out, and it's gonna be. They're coming out this month, the 21st. So I got like a kind of like a project where it's like it's all instrumental, but it's like lo-fi, kind of like laid back and hip hop, a little bit jazz and everything in there.
Yeah, Walt did the album cover for that's why I mentioned that. But we basically started that because we wanted to actually, just get the black experience out there from our perspective. Yeah. You know what I mean? And also discuss topics that we wouldn't discuss on the core room. It'll be music, but it'll also be about relationships. I created my own game on there called Ultra Blackness. You know what I mean? Like I got a game show on there that I did. So, it's just, just having fun, but at the same time, hoping that the younger generation, older generation, everybody I guess pretty much understand that being black is the coolest thing on the planet. You know what I'm saying? So
we can all learn from each other, man. Take a little bit here and there for each generation. So just spread it on.
Yeah, so that's why we started it, just to show black is cool. You know what I'm saying? And
I definitely got to catch up on the collab, but I definitely been following y'all. Like I said, y'all been day ones since we first started. It's always ample support. Make sure y'all check out the Chord Room merch as well. My shirt's downstairs. I probably change it between breaks or something like that, but I got it downstairs. It's dope. I think the one I got was like a workout shirt or something like that. I don't know, but it showed my muscles off and stuff like that. So you got the
premium joint. You got the premium joint.
Oh yeah, I got the premium silk, but it's thick nigga season out here anyway. So this is around that time where I wear my clothes a little bit more snugger to let people know that the Charmin is for cuddling and stuff like that. So we also got my man Noah. I guess he's going on the screen. This little NoNo here with us today. So Noah, go ahead and say what's up to everybody.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Glad to be part of the show, man.
Okay, nothing to promote as you can see. So we'll go ahead and jump. I'm glad to have everybody in. We'll start this off by saying, this is just a very special day in the music game, particularly because everybody's favorite person is on here today. You know what I'm saying? My man Aubrey has just come through and delivered album of the year. You know what I'm saying? And I know you two, to you guys out there, I think he said it best. You know what I'm saying? Daddy's home. So I just want to make sure I give my man Aubrey his just dues, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump back into it. We had probably the biggest back-to-back clash in a music releasing since 50 and Kanye came out with Graduation. And I want to say it was a Massacre. That's the album he came out with. Yeah. But Kanye finally stopped doing all that bullshit and opening up all these theaters just to drop out an hour and 45 minutes of doo-doo, and which was followed by my man Aubrey coming out with album of the year with Certified Lover Boy, which thankfully he didn't put out that first album I heard leak, because this one came through with 21 songs of straight fire. Well, actually, let me see how many since I got it up right now. I don't want to be saying the wrong facts out here, because some more bullshit. 21 songs of straight fire, hour and 26 minutes, and I play it start to finish. But I'm gonna be biased, not only because he plays the intro of the podcast, not only because I was rocking with him when he was in the wheelchair singing the white people in the grassy, not only was he was out there doing layups,
Jimmy Brooks.
Let's go. But Donda came out, and this is arguably one of the biggest two albums of the year. So I want to kind of get you guys' opinion on both of them, and what was your verdict on Donda and Certified Lover Boy?
Go ahead, Tino.
Listen, bro. Listen, first of all, I don't know where we get this album of the year from, bro. That album is not. It's trash, honestly. That's my opinion. I'm.
So we're gonna mute him only because he came out here swinging out the door with garbage right there. So we're gonna go to Trm, and then Noah, you come through, because we don't want to start this off with lies right here. So go ahead, Trm. How'd you feel about that? So we're not gonna take no Aubrey slander. If you don't like it, just stay with that. But let's not start with trash.
All right, so I'll start off with Drake's his album. So it's cool. I'll say this.
Somebody else about to get muted.
Drake started off cool. It's turned into later R&B album a little bit to me, man. But before you say anything, I would take his album over Kanye's, because at least I got an album from Drake and not an art project from Kanye. That wasn't people want. Don't get me wrong. I like Kanye. The stuff that he's been doing before, I respect that. But this, I wasn't. I felt like I got an incomplete project. Like, he didn't really make no real full songs to me. This is just my standing. I think he's just doing some antics, and like DJ Envy called him, like, I think he acting like a clown with this. But that's just me. Like I said, so.
No lies told.
Listen,
But we're gonna come back to you.
I didn't mean. Well, hold on. I just want to say I didn't mean to disrespect your light skinned king. Man. That's my bad.
That's the beige messiah. Go ahead. Go ahead and say your piece, Tino. How you feel about the album?
Well, no, all right. So listen, I did give it a listen. I literally listened to it all the way through. When I got to that, I'm too sexy. When you start the sample, right said Fred, I gotta stop right there, bro.
That's like 5 songs in. What you talking about? You gave it a whole list. That was the 5th song on the album.
I was cringing on getting all the way there. I gave it a shot, but all right. So listen, bro. You know how I feel about Drake. Drake is all right. So listen, Drake is one of the best artists out, right? I'm not going to deny that. But to me, he could have done a little on this album, and I'm just going to stick to this album. He could at least put some more effort into it. It's just saying, instead of saying effort, just put some effort into it. That's all I'm saying. Because that's what he said. It's effort. I'm gonna put this out.
What did you feel about Donda?
I mean, I didn't like it.
Okay, cool. So you got one of these opinions right there. Okay.
Like that. I didn't like it like that.
Okay. That was it.
I just wanted to hear. He said I gave it a full listen, but by the time I got to Too Sexy, which is like the 6th song on the album, he was just.
That's horrible, bro. That's horrible.
No, what you say?
Well, since I see how you're playing it with the opinions over here, I'd say it's kind of a hot take, but this Kanye album, I went into his last couple albums not expecting much. So with this album, not expecting much, it actually was better than I thought it would be, surprisingly. And then Drake's album I knew it was gonna be good, so I went into it just knowing it was gonna be good, and it kind of jaded my opinion a little bit, just because all right, I expected it to be good, and most of it was good. But yeah. Donda was good. Like Donda it takes about 2 or 3 good listens to get through, because it does.
No.
And I know it's really long, but the 2 or 3 listens, because you gotta with Kanye is definitely more. I almost call it stadium music. It's very the musical production. The musical production is different, and then Drake's he just knows how to make good music. So his songs are just classics off the rip. So it's kind of it's not even like it's really easy to compare, but it's not so easy where it's just Donna's just so trash. It's not CLB, but it's also you can tell Kanye at least tried this one. As weird as his antics are, and as much his theatrics he does, I'd say you can definitely tell his production level of quality on this album. He actually tried to make it sound different and unique, which you can respect, music wise.
I didn't know we were in the era of participation trophies, and he tried and all this, but you going calling yourself top anything, that's kind of bewildering to me. I'll give my take on it. I gave the album a 7, 8-ish out of 10. And I say the reasons why as I try to move my cord out the screen. Anyways, I gave it a 7, 8 out of 10 for this particular reason. I look at it from this standpoint. Out of 10 years, honestly, you get to that point in rapping where what could you honestly be rapping about that's either lies or not the truth, right? And so I feel for him to still be, people say, well, he rapping about the same thing. I'm like, well, he seemed to be rapping about his current life. Yet I feel I think a lot of people were probably hoping for some R&B, which I'm glad he didn't do no R&B, but for him to be able to show how good he can make an album and adapt it to today's time and not get stuck in the quote unquote character that you are as a rapper, Jeezy still putting out the same Jeezy songs. I'm like, man, you whole married and stuff out here. Same with T.I. and all this. Drake can always adapt with the sound, and I think he knows how to always go and improve himself, meaning he doesn't think anything is good, so he's not concrete on one thing. And so you kind of look at the first song. I think that was probably his best chorus since Nothing Was the Same. Daddy's Home could have been the intro to Me Too, or PaPi's Home could have been the intro to Me Too. I like the song he got with Jay-Z and Travis. His 7 a.m. Whenever you see a time on a song that Drake do. You know he about to spit some fire, especially that diss track to Kanye. I felt like it was a good little vibe. I think he always knows how to keep you in pace. You know, you kind of started off high and kind of tread low, and as you get to the end of the song, the album, you kind of calm it down. Anyways, I gave it 4 or 5 listens. So you know, of course, I'm driving, so you're gonna need something to pass the time. So, I thought lyrically, I personally, like I said, it was probably about 7 or 8. I'm not gonna give it a classic, you know, because I don't, unless he's just gonna start dissing everybody, I don't really see how any album he can do is a classic. As far as if you're reading this too late, nothing was the same, and Take Care. That's just me. But as far as album wise, a whole project, I feel like, you know, even the second one with Lil Baby, his features are always on point. You know, he had Project Pat on there. See, that's what you're not paying attention to. Both y'all music heads. That's why I kind of feel disrespected that you gave this rating. And Teno, you should really be ashamed of yourself because you didn't even pay attention to the stuff that he put into the album. Not only did he highlight Georgia, he highlighted Project Pat and Memphis, giving them shine. He always going out his way to make sure that he's giving people they credit due. And on top of that, he's always taking a chance with, like, you got Yaba, and I think it was another interlude and stuff like that. He even made up with Nicki Minaj. So he had Wayne, Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? Like he gave you the features you would want to see working with some of the people. The song he got with Travis Scott was really good. And, you know, I felt like, you know, like I said, when it come down to hands down, it was better than J. Cole's project. It was better than everybody's project that you waited to see. And he showed you why there's no real gap. Maybe the only person, in my mind, I can honestly say the only person that can, and I need to hear his album first, but the only person I say is left on bat to kind of give him a run for his money is Kendrick. But I mean, like I said, he left no bodies, even on his no friends in the industry at 7 a.m. when he clowned Kanye. You know, so that's my opinion on it. You know, I guess y'all got any closing remarks on that one?
I would say that first.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm about to ask. So you say this was better than King's Disease 2?
Better than what?
King's Disease 2 by Nas?
Fuck yes.
Bruh.
Didn't even turn that on. I didn't even listen to the album, okay?
Brother.
So the fact of the matter is you gotta ask me that. Yes.
You bugging. I would say that
Nas and Jay-Z, even though I was in, are not my era of music to where I called myself being a music historian. When I say I started listening to, even Outkast falls right out of the bar, even though I listen to way more Outkast music, but they fall right out of it because I'll never listen to Nas and relate to what Nas was rapping. Even as I get older and know what he's talking about, it's not, I can listen to Rubber Band Man and I can listen to you don't know me and like T.I. and I can listen to Ludacris, Move Bitch and all them, and I can tell you what I was thinking, where I was at musically with that, how that related to, even though some of them I was still too young for. Even some 036 Mafia with like Lil White, this is a smoking song. So Nas never resonated with me. Nas will never resonate with me. No up north rapper will resonate with me in my timeline. So if you're an older rapper, I'm sorry. People lucky I fell in love with Tupac music, but that's because Tupac could jump over everything in rap. But I'm not a fan of Biggie. Like, New York rappers will never translate to me, and it's easier for me to jump on and listen to older down south people because I'm from the South. So the stuff is always gonna hit with me versus up north, whether it's hip hop or not. It's just Nas was never gonna be somebody I check for. And I give him, he is a pioneer. He's one of the top in people's Mount Rushmore, but Nas will never be an album I'm checking for. I say he probably did as good as he should have did for his name and his accolades. That's just me.
I would say this because I mean, as far as people, because a lot of I hear that for people, but at the same time, because see, I guess maybe I view music a little differently. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm from New York, born and raised in New York. I can turn on any music and relate to anything that whether you're in the South, whether you're on the West Coast. I guess maybe because I have my ear, as long as you dope, because the struggle is the struggle at the end of the day, right? Like everybody raps about the struggle. I'm curious about, okay, well, shoot, what's going on in Memphis? When I was in New York, I was playing Project Pat. You know what I mean? Like I had a lot of 3-6 Mafia music. That's just me though. Maybe I guess maybe I'm just my mind is just very open mind. I'm just open minded when it comes to all music. I think that a lot of times when we do that, when we not even give it a listen, like we kind of shut the door on, I guess, trying to at least relate to each other. You know what I mean? Because when Nas, yeah, he's super New York. I get it. He's super New York. But at the same time, when you listen to what Illmatic, if you've never been to New York, at least you can like close your eyes and go to New York real quick. You know what I mean? Like I like that's why I like listening. That's why I like. Have you ever listened to Illmatic?
Yo,
Muted.
That's only somebody relatable to somebody that's from New York. Like you can identify that if you close your eyes, but if you close your eyes and start talking about fucking apartments and projects in New York,
I can do the same thing for Memphis though.
But you in Georgia right now.
But see that's the thing. It's
so
not,
that's relatable. That's
relatable but I spent my whole. No, it's not though. No, it's not because I just said, I had 3-6 Mafia in New York. I had Project Pat in New York. I had Outkast. I came down to Georgia with let's see, it was Still Standing. I had Equipment. I had all these albums. See, but that's the thing about New York. New York is a very eclectic place, right? We're gonna listen to everything.
But y'all gonna hate on everything if it's not New York too. So just y'all may be open to trying everything. But what they say? But what Jada can say to the verses. I'm from New York. I ain't in Miami. I'm right here.
But see, but New Yorkers hate on New Yorkers. So that all that about hating on people, we hate on New Yorkers. We not going to our environment is not inviting, right? Oh yeah, come by, come to the potluck, come to the house and let's have dinner. Nah, I don't know you like that. You know what I mean? That's just how our environment is. Like you can be in New York and you shake a person's hand and before you know your wallet gone. You know what I mean? Like that's just how we are. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of environment we live in. So I say all that to say, as far as Drake's album, as far as Project Pat, that song was dope. But at the same time, he owed Project Pat. He stole his whole verse on what was that song? Look Alive. He stole Project Pat's whole entire verse on that song. He owed Project Pat a song. He should give him a song. I'm just saying.
Bro, you are one big New York ass hater. That's what I be saying. Like
I'm a hater.
You talking about his whole. So you mean to tell me all these people that say, no, give your take. From somebody down south, you know what I'm saying? From somebody down south, do you resonate, even though you could listen to and appreciate them now? A little bit younger than me, so you can listen to older music now. Do you feel like it's a little bit harder to try to jump? Because if I'm not on the Nas, Illmatic or any, like if I'm not on them, it's hard for me to jump on him now and appreciate, because I'm gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? You got to go back to the timeline. You got to go back to the beginning. So but what you feel from a down south person? Do you resonate as passionately and falsely as Teno does with the overall music?
It's similar to you. Like, since we grew up in the South, so we couldn't relate to some of the stuff that Nas and Jay-Z were talking about. But honestly, I disagree with you. I love Biggie. We grew up in the same house, so it was Tupac and Biggie, being played, but I definitely resonate with Biggie growing up. It's something about the music, and it's funny. It's funny you asked me this because I just recently saw Method Man and Redman in concert live, and to help answer, like, I didn't know none of the words to any of the songs they had that they performed, but like I resonated with it because it was just good music. So for me, like, even though regionally we might not have been able to relate to some of the New York rappers, I just feel like if it's a catchy song, if it's a good music, I've always been able to enjoy it. No matter where they were regionally, because there's definitely a lot of Southern rappers who, they're from the South, but they don't necessarily can relate to them. So I think it's definitely about with the quality of music and what they're
He's gonna answer politically correct. Everybody's music is good. So I wanted to but I mean, like I said, I don't think Nas is that. I don't think J. Cole's was. I think J. Cole's only thing good about J. Cole's album was like, okay, cool, Cole, you finally did an album I listened to more than once, but I didn't listen to it a week after J. Cole's album came out. So that was all on that one. I'll probably be listening to this one all
I can
year.
agree with that. I agree.
I did wanna ask your opinion on the whole beef between Kanye and Drake. And so he put out his 7 a.m. bridal place. I think that's what it's called. And I know y'all heard
Yeah,
the diss track that Kanye didn't put out for
right.
Drake that had Andre 3000 on there, which was a great verse by Andre 3000. Shout outs to you. Trm, I hope you did hear when I also said Andre 3000 has the most overrated verse and international players.
Yeah,
And okay,
Oh, yes,
I heard, I heard
that's
the
a fact.
episode. Heard the
That's a
episode.
fact,
but
though.
but I just like I said, as you hear it and you get the beat and stuff like that, do you just kind of get over the theatrics that Kanye keeps trying to play on? Because I feel like Kanye is this generation's Jim Jones, as in he doesn't care about making music, he doesn't care about creativity. I think Kanye loves power. I think Kanye loves attention. I think Kanye doesn't do stuff for the love of it. I think Kanye is a narcissist. And so, you look at the theatrics and then look at Drake's promotion for Certified Lover Boy. All he did was go and put billboards in each city with the person that had like, yo, this person's gonna be on Certified Lover Boy. He took over ESPN. And then you see Kanye, he got all these things at the Dome. Now you got to record in the Dome and you keep pushing back your dates. And now you didn't release this verse and all this. And the label entered. The label released it, and so you just get this theatrics, and then he tries to play like he's a victim on everything, putting people in when he clearly had a diss track for it. So y'all kind of feel like at what point do you kind of just say I've been done with Kanye, but I just kind of feel like I said I don't think Kanye is a music critic. I think Kanye is really into cults. I think he really likes what Jim Jones is, and the fact of the matter, he can get
Jim Jones, as in that Jim Jones,
the real Jim Jones, right?
the real Jim Jones,
one who had people sipping the Kool-Aid.
Okay.
And I just think that this whole Donda display was just showing that even like him with Kim Kardashian, you remarrying her, you flying up in the sky like Jesus himself on the line, you coming
When
out
he
with
do
all
that?
these
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, the videos.
it was like the first show, and I just feel like is it just kind of funny that he's turned into this caricature, and he, like you said, listen to Donda. You had an hour and 41 minutes of how many times on his first album for the what's the one song that's like 9 minutes long, the one he talking about uh some last call for alcohol. I think it's called Last Call.
Yeah,
I listen to that song all the time up in the graduation of my dark twisted fantasy. And then you got an hour and 44 minutes of straight doo-doo, like you just got on a track and farted with a whole bunch of different artists for an hour and 41 minutes. And I just, like I said, but the fact that he could pile so many people into a stadium after wearing that Trump hat and saying all this other stuff, and he can do it 3 days straight, and everybody waits for Donda for you to put out bullshit. Do you not feel like maybe he is crossing over to like he doesn't care about the music no more? I think he cares about the power.
Well,
you know what? Me and Trim was having this conversation. I think me and Trim was having this conversation earlier. I hear what you said, because Trim never mentioned the power part. He, I definitely can agree with that part. I think that he's not. At the end of the day, I think he does need to stop rapping. Part of me feels that way. I think that he's. I'm not really with the canceling stuff. I'm with you, Harrison, in terms. I haven't really a Ye album. I only listen to Ye albums for the podcast purpose. I'm not really for the Ye about to drop. Oh, I'm on it. Like I'm not. That's not really my. That's not what I am with Ye. I just think that I'm concerned about him in the sense of like he needs to, like mentally he ain't right. And it's, I don't make any excuses for no man, but at the same time, it's obvious that he's just scatterbrained. Like he's just, you know what I'm saying? Like his mind is just all over the place. Do I think that he cares about the music? I think he does, because if he didn't, he wouldn't go through so many hoops to make it so that way everybody will listen. Like, like doing all these stadiums and, doing, all this, well, I don't know if I want to call it promotion, but all these antics. I think he cares about the music to the point where he would do anything to promote it, to to promote it. So I mean, I don't know. Honestly, as far as his music goes, I can care less, honestly, if he drops another album. I think he should just go and design some holy t-shirts again, and make some more Yeezy joints, and that's it.
See,
just become a designer.
Know what you think?
I don't know.
Your real answer.
I think I kind of agree a little bit. I don't think he should necessarily stop rapping, but I don't think his words resonate the same. Like I don't.
It's true.
I don't listen to his music now and think, oh man, you hear that one Kanye line or that Kanye bar. Some of them are good. Some of them, you hear them, oh, okay, that's kind of a nice little line, but it doesn't resonate the same. Even Drake's is starting to dip a little bit, but at least with Drake, it's like Drake gonna say some fire shit or say something that just like have everybody have a caption under their pictures and posts and stuff. So Kanye don't really do that no more. He don't give you caption worthy lines. I agree with that. I did like Donda though.
No, well, thanks for expressing what I said. I mean, what I wanted to say in a better way. But yeah.
No. Don't worry. I understood what you were going with. I was like, yeah, Kanye definitely, like, he can rap, definitely don't need to cancel him or anything. He can do that himself. But like it's just like, listen to the songs. Like I said, that the songs were good, the music was good because he didn't try to overdo anything lyrically. But it doesn't hit the same.
What about you, Trm?
Man, I agree with you. I agree with what you were saying earlier about him wanting the power. Like everything he does is like for attention. Like the whole thing when he said he was going to start, he was going to start doing gospel or Christian music. It's like with all the antics with the shows and everything, what he called listening parties, but you could basically go ahead and call those. It was basically a concert.
Yeah.
But he's doing this for the attention. And I know people want to say that, well, he's not in his right mind. I get it. He needs to get some help. But I know it's hard to get somebody like that, to get them to some help. But honestly, man, like the things he's doing, I think people need to just call it out to where, like, dude, honestly, you really doing this for really attention, regardless of if you need help or not. Call it what it is. This is really about you. This is around you. And I mean, however that may look to you, people need to see how they're taking it in and just say like, hey, you really need some serious help here, man. You really do.
I'm gonna go ahead with Trm. He the only one who making getting out and playing. But no, I just think he's drinking the Kool-Aid. I don't think that he's really into it. I think that he just likes the it's kind of like Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow was an ass quarterback, but somehow he's staying in the league and he's trying to play baseball. He's trying to do all this stuff instead of going to the next phase of his life because he misses the fame and stuff like that. And so I just see this and I see all this debacle, and it kind of lets you know what really is cancel culture and what's not cancel culture, because as many times as Kanye got canceled, why are y'all all still showing up to to pay for this man and listen to what he has to say, for him to constantly keep giving you garbage. But that just kind of lets you know what, when people would just be talking about stuff, they could just be talking.
Good, everybody, it's your man Harrison. Yeah, we on a break right now, so I thought I'd do this time to share and say everything I need to say, la 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 la, before the commercial break is over. But I want to thank everybody for rocking with us so far. And for the new people that are here, welcome to the 8 More Than 92 podcast, where we always keep it 100 with you. Make sure you check out our IG page, the 8MT_podcast page. You also make sure you check out our YouTube page, our Instagram page, our Twitter page, basically every page that we got out there right now. You're going to laugh, you're going to get good dialogue, you're going to get some good back and forth, and we definitely going to make sure you think about what you just heard this episode. So make sure you go on and listen to us on all major platforms. That's right, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pandora, Amazon. We everywhere, baby. And I just told you, you watching us on YouTube maybe, so you already know we there. So make sure you check it out on there as well. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Even leave us a rating, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars, however many you can give us. Leave us something like there so we know how to get better. We want to make sure we're doing this for y'all, and we also want to thank y'all for taking the time with us and rocking with us today. Peace.
But I did want to change it over. We did have the passing of Michael K. Williams. A lot of people know him from The Wire. As Omar, as a lot of other stuff. He played in Lovecraft Country. He played in I Think I Love My Wife. He played in a plethora of stuff. He played, I want to say, Boardwalk Empire. Was that the show he played?
Yeah.
Okay. So he played in so much stuff. He was a phenomenal actor, generational talent. He died found in his apartment. I think he's 54 years old. He died found in his apartment with heroin next to him. So they say it was a possible overdose. I will say that I'll give y'all take for what's y'all take on it. What was y'all favorite Michael K. Williams role or anything like that y'all want to speak on?
Me, hearing the news yesterday about it, man, it caught me off guard, totally off surprise. I wasn't expecting to hear that, especially out of all entertainers or actors or whatever. I wasn't expecting him to come across the timeline showing that he had passed. So that was very unfortunate. He's definitely a unique individual as far as real memorable roles, man. Like I would definitely go with I just recently started watching The Wire. Don't judge me, Harris. But I just started recently watching The Wire and everything, getting caught up into that stuff, and seeing him into that role as Omar. Yeah, he bodied that, and especially catching him in different things that popped up, like Boardwalk Empire. Boardwalk Empire was a classic one too, but he's definitely going to be one of those forces of nature, just to be that's going to be missed. Very, very creative individual, man. So I hate to see something like that happen. It's so tragic.
My turn.
I'll say don't
Okay.
everybody.
I got you. Well, first, I mean, I'm gonna say this he was a master of his craft. You know what I'm saying? He was sought after. Any role that he played, it was, you remembered it. I love Omar. That was probably one of the iconic roles, and when we talk about Black entertainment, things that we love, like The Wire was so layered, it had so many layers to it. And Omar, his character is a character that everybody in the hood can relate to. You know what I mean? Like that dude who robbed the drug dealers, and a lot of people that live in those type of environments can relate to that person. He was feared by everybody, but he was loved by everybody at the same time. You know what I mean? So that character, but outside of that, he has a role, a show. He had a show called Happen Leonard. And I definitely invite y'all to go watch that. Happen Leonard was interesting. It's an interesting role, and I don't know if he was gay or not, because I guess I don't know if he was gay or not, but
he was married.
He was married, right? So, but these two roles that he played in Omar, and when he played Leonard, these are two gay roles that he played.
Well, he played a gay man in Lovecraft too.
Right, exactly. So he played these roles so well. You think he's gay in real life? You know what I mean? And that shows a lot about him. How he's not scared to take roles that people want to judge him by. You know, that may judge him by. He's he always wanted a challenge. You know, and you know, it's kind of like I kind of think of him as like how Bernie Mac was. Like, no matter how small of a role you gave Bernie Mac, he's going to be remembered every time. Every time. And that's the same thing. That's the same thing I feel about with him. Like, it don't matter what role you gave him, he's going to shine. You know what I mean? So, you know, RIP to him, and definitely I hope his family is doing well, man. It's definitely a hard thing to deal with.
I got two hot takes at the end of the episode, but thank you for adding that one. But go ahead, Noah. What you say?
No, yeah, I agree with Tino, man. Like he's one of those actors.
Here, boy.
I agree. He's one of those actors that no matter what role he played, gay, straight, or whatever, he made it super convincing, and you got to respect the. You know, it's almost like Barney from How I Met Your Mother. You know, Neil Patrick is super gay, but like he's the ladies' man on that show, and you just never would know unless you just knew about his personal life. And
that's
kind of what Michael,
right.
You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what Michael K's whole thing was. Like every time he's in a movie, and he was in all scores of types of movie. Like you know, he just always had a memorable role, and he always played a pretty convincing role, no matter what it called for. And the first thing I thought of when I saw that he passed definitely was his character Montrose in Lovecraft Country. And I already knew they were like canceling or weren't renewing the new season, but like when I saw that, that's the first thing I was like, damn, they really didn't get a new season now.
Right.
So
right.
you know, and that was like the most recent thing I remember seeing him do. And I mean, he just played that role so well. And like you know, anybody who's seen that show knows like it's very historically based. And seeing him, you know, play another gay character, but like this time during the Tulsa riots in the 20s, and just seeing like the passion and you know the acting range he had as like a grown man who was dealing with adolescence, homosexuality, and all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, it's just one of many roles he did, but it's just really showed his range and showed that somebody who, you know, maybe was limited because you know we could maybe argue was typecasted, has always, you know, his impact left on people. And for the people, the scores of people who came out with posts and seeing the different, you know, clips and stuff of him throughout his career just makes you realize, like, yeah, this dude really, you know, he heard, or he, you know, he challenged himself to like his perception of the world, you know, as far as people think he was gay and him being cast in these angry, aggressive roles. Like he, you know, I got to see some stuff over the last day or so of him just really just being himself and talking about those experiences and talking about the perceptions that people have. And, you know, a couple things, you know, Anthony Bourdain clip with him posted that was just him and Anthony Bourdain just eating in Brooklyn somewhere, all these different places. All of a sudden, Marlo from The Wire just happens to walk in the same bodega, and it's just like an unscripted like moment where they just like dapping up, and like it's just one of those things. You're like, man, this dude really, you know, he really was a genuine person, from what it seems, in his life. It's just tragic, you know.
That gay shit really kind of stuck with y'all. Like I just noticed that. I said that them two gay roles he played just really like. Forget the fact that he was gay and showed the fact that he was the most feared nigga in The Wire. Like when they used to say Omar had to go out the like most non-expected way, not by no killers, but by a little kid.
By a little kid. Wow,
sorry, Trm. Boom, boom. It's a little too late for you to say. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. That's a fact. Tell him,
you know this gonna get spoiled. But
tell him,
acting, the way he was able to play these characters. I mean, his acting on, he was on Boardwalk Empire. He was on I Think I Love My Wife, playing comedy. Even when he played, how do you pronounce his name in Lovecraft? No, Montrose. Like, it's not the fact that how. The common thing that you've seen him in a couple roles is just how he dives into the character, how he goes into the history of it. He was even in Assassin's Creed. It's like whenever role he plays in, he goes to certain lengths, almost kind of like how Heath Ledger was when he played Batman. And so I remember him saying on the Breakfast Club when he was on there a couple years ago that one of the things that's probably I wasn't surprised that when they found him on drugs is because the way that he says, like, when he played the Omar, he played somebody like in a man or something like that. He has to get into it. And so he said at one point he had to question himself, was he really gay? And that's just to touch on that topic because y'all kept saying the gay part, but also just any role that he goes into, he overindulges in the experience. And I think kind of what his personal demon was coming back to Michael K. Williams, but that didn't, I mean, even his DMX tribute, you know what I'm saying? He gets the voice and things, or when he's going to these roles and maybe they're period pieces and stuff like that, he ingratiates himself in the culture, the language, and everything. I saw him doing I think I want to say it was an African dance. I don't want to say which one to be wrong, but he knows the dance. Like he's such a memorable timepiece and acting culture that you don't get somebody that can make you never call him Michael K. Williams. You call him every role that you see, and he bodies it to where there's a uniqueness. It's almost like how Chadwick Boseman, you look at Jackie Robinson, you always think of Chadwick Boseman. You look at Black Panther, and of course you think of Chadwick Boseman, James Brown, Thurgood Marshall. You know what I'm saying? Like he has one of those type of acting auras that, you know, he is the character. You know, it's almost like how Tony Stark is Iron Man. You don't even call him Robert Downey Jr. and you don't see anything post that, but every role he has, he's able to separate to where you don't just get caught up on one actor that he plays. He's able to separate and be the next character you watch him in, you know? And it's almost like the guy who played who played Cottonmouth in Luke Cage, Mahershala Ali. Like they do a great job of being singulatory in that actor and that character, and then when they leave it all out there. So when it's gone and that movie's gone, you're able to see, and then they go to the next one. They're not bringing Omar into something else. You get what I'm saying? So it's I like that the most. I thought it's like, you know, it's a gem lost very too much young, but I can't say I didn't, because of the demons he said he had to go through, just a relinquishing the roles and how much he did. I hate to see it was heroin. I didn't know black people doing heroin like that, but I
mean, when you're in Baltimore is still that city, and I mean, anybody who's watching this can correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, everybody, the hustlers that I used to know and the people I used to know that lived there, heroin was like that still is the drug, you know what I mean, of choice in a lot in that area. But I do want to say, you know, with him as well. I hope that, and I feel like this about anyone who passes away, that there should be things that you should learn about these type of tragedies, and also hopefully you can get something out of their life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, for example, like when I look at, like when you look at him, you can't help but to see the scar on his face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people let certain things stop them from going after their dreams. You know what I mean? Like certain looks. He didn't let, you know, he let his talent shine. Forget the fact that I got this scar on my face. Hey, you know what? Maybe you can give me a role that really fits this scar on my face, you know, but you're going to look past the way I look, and you're going to see the talent. You know what I mean? And you know, I think that even also with him having heroin, you know, next to him, you know, you know, he's one of the most talented people we've ever known, but he struggles with demons. You know what I'm saying? So understand that even with success, them demons still gonna be lurking. They always gonna be around. So you need to always handle your demons. Try to get past them, because success ain't gonna heal that. You know what I mean? So
you know, head on.
Yeah,
I know.
You gotta take care of your business.
Trim, do you want to say anything else on, or you?
No, I'm good, man. On that, thank you for spoiling that for me for The Wire, though.
Listen, you can't wait 15 minutes. You can't wait 15 years to watch.
I feel like, you know, at a certain point, for me to just not get that part out, a part of me wants to not say nothing, but a part of me is like, nigga, it's
Nah,
2020.
dog. Nah,
Like,
nah. Don't. Nah,
Oh,
nah, nah, nah. Nah,
oh,
nah
oh,
Harrison. Nah.
The wire
I
actually
already,
been off for almost 20 years. So
Yeah.
hey, I ain't
Nah,
asking
nah,
y'all.
nah,
I
nah.
ain't asking
Ain't,
y'all, but
ain't nobody, ain't
that's like
nobody.
that's like that's like somebody getting mad at me for spoiling what happened in Good Times or something. Like, come on, brother. Like, man, Good Times been on for a
Right,
long
right.
ass time.
Exactly. Yeah, yes. Penny get burnt by the iron. He should get burnt by the iron, though. You know
So
what
I
I'm
did
saying?
have a
Like you
question
should,
for
you should
y'all.
be ashamed of yourself, yo.
Exactly, you deserve it for that one. Before I had a quick question. I got this one from my guys, Black to the Basics, Jay Weave and Jay Herb, Jay Weeks and Jay Herb. The tongue fumble, but they did have a question on here, and I want to ask y'all. They had a
Mm-hmm.
question for the day. I saw it last week, but I was going to ask it when I got back on.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like people spend too much time behind the camera instead of doing the shit they need to do in front of the camera? You know what I'm saying? Like, you go out and you see people always posting stuff. Somebody getting beat up by a woman getting beat up by a man, they recording and stuff, or the police doing
Mm-hmm.
something. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like people spend too much time behind the cameras instead of actively going out to kind of be the helping hand that you're sending this video to go viral for? You know, like I think y'all saw the one where
good question.
the chick was walking through the water, and I heard it was her
Yeah,
girlfriend, but
yeah,
whatever, he
yeah,
tried
yeah.
to pick her up and they fell. So if they
Mm-hmm.
would have drowned, you recorded the drowning instead of helping them go out there. But that's everybody's focus, is to kind of be CNN. Yeah, I feel like we spend too much time behind cameras
I
nowadays.
think it is. I think it is. I think people are more obsessed with fame and these distractions of trying to just, I guess, go viral, and they're they're living. But they're living behind these devices and behind the lens of of social media. That's what I believe. So I think that it's taking away a little bit of an essence of who we are as people, and we're not. We're just caught up into the moment of just being just on social uh, being popular for that brief few minutes of fame, or just trying to be get people's attention. We're so worried about a stream than actually just being being decent human beings, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. I agree with that. You know what I mean? I think that people are so worried about, you know, TMZ picking up, giving them money for videos, that they're not really focusing on just human decency. You know what I mean? Like, if you that's watching somebody like another woman, and I'm just kind of loosely basing it off that video. You watching a woman, in the water drowning or whatever, you should be ashamed of yourself. You know what I mean? Like, where, you know, it's getting to the point where like you said, like Trump said, a piece of, you know, humanity is just gone because of the internet. And I mean, at the end of the day, like for example, like, with me and Trent, we plan on doing like, back to school bags where we just kind of giving out, bags to kids. We ain't got to film it or nothing like that. We're just trying to give back. You know what I mean? Like, and just doing our part. Like I feel like everything is like a machine. Everybody has to do their part. But when you behind the keyboard just typing, you behind the camera just filming people, walls. You screaming world star, whatever. Come on, man. We gotta at some point we gotta change, man. It's just kind of crazy.
What about you, Noah?
Yeah, I definitely think so. There's some people who, I kind of get the feeling sometimes like the internet, like you have those days where he's like, man, if I don't fuck with the internet, I can put my phone down for a while, then they'll just go away. Everybody else will kind of decompress while I'm doing it. You kind of just, you shut the world down or shut the world off, putting your phone down, and you go back to it maybe a couple of days, maybe a week later, and, it's still going on. And I just don't think it ever will change. I think people, whether it's for clout, whether it's for attention, the internet's giving every single person, what they feel is probably like an entitled opinion, and it's just hard to, like, some people, that's the only way they can communicate. I'll see people. I'll go down Twitter timeline. You'll see people tweet out, "I need help" or "I hate my life" or something like that. And this might be people
Right.
and it gets no retweets, gets no likes, nothing like that. And it's just like you see that, and you probably keep scrolling, just thinking nothing of it. But like some people literally have to go to the internet to show emotion, to cry for help. And so it's more than just cameras and viral moments. They try to basically portray they try to live through life through the internet, and it's something that's just never going to go away until people. There's something else which probably won't be, but like just people need the internet to voice their existence for a multitude of reasons. And I don't agree with people being behind cameras and avoiding helping people, or sticking their neck out to you know, lower the situation down. And because there was that video. I mean, a couple months ago, there's a video of a kid who's getting picked on by a guy in the neighborhood, and the dude was all buff and stuff. And I want to say he ended up having a bunch of people coming over to his neighborhood when he found out where he lived. But it was a video like that where dude's getting picked on by this really big guy, just getting bullied. And like you could make an argument that the person filming probably should have did something, but if the person didn't film it, then scores of people in this community when it showed up to that guy's house to uh, to see about him, and so it's like it's hard to say if something like that will ever go away in our society. It's just very normalized.
Oh nah,
Um,
nah,
you
it's not.
know,
It's been around since Rodney King. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, y'all probably
yeah,
too young for that, but when
yeah,
Rodney King got beat down, and that was for me the first viral moment on TV. You know what I'm saying? When that happened. So it's been around now. Because back in LA, they used to just carry around cameras. You know what I'm saying? Just
I
carry
don't
around
think.
just to kind of see what was going
I
to
know they
happen.
used to carry it around. I don't think it was as prevalent to everything has to be phone related 24/7 and thing. And I just think that it's just kind of at that point now to where I remember I was going around and like when I go out and I'll see people and then they record. I remember I was at VIP, not this my birthday this year, but my birthday when I turned 30. We went out to VIP and I was with my homeboys and he brought some friends with him. They were the one who kind of secured the VIP spot when we were in Houston, and they like recorded like the VIP event, like all putting the phone up, getting the picture and stuff like that. Oh, yo, what's good?
Mm-hmm.
What's good? We bottle popping and shit. And then
Mm-hmm.
when the cameras go down, they personality change, or even the stuff that's happening that you can only see correctly through your eyes. You're looking at it through a phone. Because I've watched TV, and I'm maybe recording some off of maybe I'm watching Power, which Raising Canaan people is amazing, and I'm watching and I'm recording it, and if I record it as it's happening, even with it on the screen, I'm looking at it, I'm not paying attention to it. You know what I'm saying? And it also doesn't feel the same within watching it from my own eyes. And I feel like people are so detached with their own eyes, creating these type of or reacting so much that you kind of just react kind of like operational, like a phone. I mean, I'm sorry, like a machine. But I definitely wanted to get that question. A thought I saw when I was out there. Shout out to J. Irv, J. Weeks. Gosh, I got it right there. J. Irv, man, why am I getting tongue tied? This J. Irv, J. Weeks from the back to the basics. Goddamn, J. Irv, J. Weeks from the black to the basics podcast. I'm gonna keep this in here to let them know that this has been a tongue twister from them. But I also wanted to shout them out, get them on here. Make sure y'all check them out. Those are our bros on there. But
Sure.
also I see a lot of people who raise good questions that I may just ask people on the show. So I did have one funnier story. I know that y'all saw this. This happened when, and also didn't tell people. I was out last week again on the sea. So some of the stuff I'm catching up on, but I did want to talk to you about it. So I know y'all seen the stuff that happened with Bishop's Ohio's Bishop Sycamore, that they basically Sycamore, Sycamore. So they basically conned ESPN, said they was his number one school, got like 25 like top prospects coming there, and they play IMG, and IMG is a school in Florida. They put out like ballers. Like if you want to go to something, it's basically like recruitment camp for athletes. You send your kid down there and they're gonna be like on Top Dogs, whatever. So ESPN goes out there, they don't do their work, and basically like they playing a bunch of scrubs, like some niggas that they found out in the parking lot. Apparently, some of the people were grown men and stuff like that. And IMG dog walked the shit out of them. Noah, did you hear about it? You know more about it than me?
I definitely heard about. I heard that they somehow, they got all the way to getting ESPN to show the game on TV, and for them just found out it was a fake school.
So
fake school, fake students,
Yes. So it's
What?
funny.
Hold on.
That's messed up. That's cold. That's cold.
Was it a
This is the
fake
first time
school?
I've heard.
Yeah, it's the first time I heard of it too.
It was a fake school, no?
Yeah, the school.
I knew the player. Oh, so the whole thing was fake.
Everybody and the people on the staff, they're not students. There was a fake school.
So look, so I
don't know how
heard that
ESPN didn't background check it, but
I don't know how ESPN didn't background that either. But the school basically lied to get themselves on ESPN. They had grown ass men out there playing football, just getting dog walked, and so it was just funny. Well, no, because they said they fired the coach, so it's got to be a real school because they fired the coach.
Well, there was something with the coach. I think he had warrants or something. It was something.
But
wild
I'm saying to have a coach, you got to be a real school. Is what I'm saying. So it's basically like a lower tier school, and this is what I call finessing at its finest, right?
Facts.
For you to get ESPN and say you got grown ass people talking about 5-star recruit and all this, and you don't do your fact check. Me personally, I don't think the guy did anything wrong. I think if you catch a motherfucker with some bad news bears or some longest yard type shit, you got to finagle that. Now. They was getting beat by like 30, 40 something by halftime or something like that. And I just remember they was on ESPN. They were just on there talking about, we are so sorry for everything. We should have did our due diligence, but they got us. Here you go, right here, actually.
Of our high school event scheduling. They have assured us that they will take steps to prevent this kind of situation from happening moving forward, end quote. Bishop Sycamore is a school allegedly from the Columbus, Ohio area. The Ohio High School Athletic Association says the school isn't affiliated with them. The school's website offering almost no information about where the school is, what kind of school it is, or any contacts. The only content provided about the football team. This team's social media accounts the same. I went digging to find out who schedules the teams and who vets them. The Hall of Fame Village told me they aren't in charge of the team selections or the vetting process. I found records online of the team's history, joeidle.com, and Ohio High School Football Statistics website, which shows records of the team playing since 2019, even playing some Cleveland area teams in the last 2 years. In a final attempt to get some answers, I reached out to Paragon, still waiting for a response.
Yo, if you could have,
if in fact they did get full, and call it out over the game. That's what they discovered.
I want part 2 after this.
Well, Riss is going to be on that tomorrow.
I know she will be for sure.
Fascinating,
interesting. I mean, any of us.
But yes, I'm looking at their scores as they show in that video. Man, they said, man, they was getting beat by like 65-5. The fact I said this is finessing at its ultimate. You know what I'm saying? So I would say shout out to the coach because you a real finagler, and if you can get all that stuff done, what's y'all take on it?
That's a mess, man. That's messed up for real.
Listen, bro. I respect the hustle. It's not messed up. I respect the hustle, bro. Straight up. Like, what you mean, dog? Listen, man. I respect the hustle. If you can get yourself on TV, listen, it's your shot. You gotta understand, man. Like people every day is trying to find a way to make their shot, to take their shot. And is it their fault?
It goes back to what we talked about last segment. People try to do anything they can. They try to get that attention and try to get on. In this case, they try to get on the news. They got it on ESPN. They try to do anything they can to get their 5 minutes of fame and get on somewhere and get some attention. That's cold. But
this is Mickey Mouse. This is Disney. This is Disney. They should have did their fact checks before they go to any school.
I agree with
you. Come on, dog.
But still.
Come on, man. They did listen. Listen, that's a legend right there. We're gonna do a movie on that school. That's a fact. We're gonna do a movie on that school and how they orchestrated and put this all together. I listen, bro. I applaud the hustle.
We're gonna have Kanye do the music.
We're gonna have to do the score.
You know, we went a whole year without content, so ESPN they gonna take whatever they can get.
Right.
Well, yeah, right. It was a whole year without content. I forgot about that because we had Corona.
What's the name of the school?
Bishop Sycamore.
There you go.
Come on, you went Bishop Sycamore. That sounds like an old pimp.
It does.
You know what I'm saying?
Name slick.
Like an old pimp,
Don
Bishop Sycamore.
Magic Wand Academy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like when that
legit.
came
Legit.
right. Listen, if that would have came across my desk, I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, Bishop Sycamore.
I like something too legit. It must be.
Right, like,
But that was my good laugh for that one. So I want to know, fellas, I need y'all to be honest with this one. So I saw another funny post online that made me think about what is your favorite female R&B song that you sing guiltily, pleasurely by yourself when ain't nobody around?
Wow.
I'll go ahead and get mine out the way. You know what I'm saying? Mine is between Keisha Cole. Oh, actually, no, mine is between Monica, Don't Take It Personal, SWV, Right Here, or my ultimate is I Have Nothing by Whitney Houston.
We seen that one. Yeah, we seen that.
Like I said, that's just my jam. I don't want to have to go way much farther.
Man, go ahead, Trem. I know Trem got some.
Man,
don't let me close one more door. I don't want to hurt anymore. Now, do I sing it this mellow and cute? Do I sing this mellow and cute? Hell no, but when the door closed, you know.
Right, that shower on.
Don't let me close one more door. I don't want to hurt anymore.
It's gotta be two of them, man. One for me, it's gotta be Brandy sitting up in my room. And when you said Keisha Cole, yeah, it takes me back to that love. You gotta hit that note. You gotta drag it out.
Never knew I was missing. That's when Keisha Cole. We was debating who was finding her and Sierra. Fine.
Yeah.
I'm taking Sierra on that one.
Yeah, Sierra takes the cake on that one.
That's Sierra now, not back when that debate.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, okay. I got you. Go ahead, man. What you got, Doug?
I'm gonna say for mine, go to definitely has to be Janet Jackson. Pretty much anything old Janet Jackson.
Oh snap!
Pick a song then.
Anytime you hear "That's the Way Love Goes" comes on, you just can't help but be happy.
Ooh. Yeah. They got a vibe to it.
It does.
You know, because it's just like, it just makes you want to.
I don't know. I always picture you as a Dina Howard type, t-shirt and your panties on.
Nah.
I'm a real music connoisseur because I had a couple choices I could have went with, so I kept it mild on there. But I mean, if you want to go real freaky with, anything Escape, Softest Place on Earth.
Oh snap!
Takes you back to the hotel parties. Back where we used to have the hotel parties and
days in parties, boy.
Such as old garage lot, So Softest Place on Earth. I really love Brownstone. They had a cover of the Eagles song. I can't tell you why. That just really just.
Tino, bring it home.
Man, I'm gonna go with SWV Week. Let's see. Low key fact though. Hey, low key though, that song is written for a woman. That song is about what's her name? Shantae Moore. The guy who wrote it, he wrote it for Shantae Moore. It's just that they're singing it, but he
made the right choice.
Right. So that one, man, Evelyn Champagne King, Love Come Down. When that joint come on, it's on the popping in the car. So yeah, that those is a few. I got a lot of them. That's just a few.
Hey, wait! I gotta get one more in there, man. Mr. DJ, hey, Mr. DJ by Janae.
Hey, Mr. DJ. On and on and on.
Shout out to KG.
So I got my two hot takes for today, right? And so I did it last time with Andre, and I definitely was gonna do it with y'all today. So my two hot takes are: Training Day is overrated, and Bernie Mac is not that funny of a comedian to me for iconic. It's just okay.
I agree with you the first
now,
time.
I'm gonna give now before y'all tear into me, I'm gonna just say what I for both of them. All right. Now, as far as Training Day, I think Training Day is way overrated for everybody to just sit there. Me personally, I like American Gangsters, Denzel's best movie, and I'm just saying best movie period. I like Book of Eli. Hell, even Remember the Titans is still one of my all-time favorite movies. So that John Q still got
Malcolm
me
X.
crying every time John Q say, my son is supposed to bury me. I will not bury my son. Okay. He put that gun in his mouth and put his head. Look, all I know is Training Day is an overrated black movie. And I feel like the niggas that keep putting that on their pioneer list of things to see, I'm just me. I just think Training Day is overrated. Y'all can eat. Y'all can
Are you saying it's overrated? Well, now hold on. Because I mean, here's the thing. I'm not going to tell you up on that. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like I do feel like there were other movies that he did that were better, like way better than Training Day. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm gonna. I think I don't know. Are you saying it because of the other movies that he's done that are better?
Just don't think Training Day is like as iconic as people make it, especially when he got other work out there. I feel like it's way.
I'm not mad at that.
Training Day.
That's why
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
That point, I disagree. That's not. I don't think it's overrated, but I think that Denzel has so many movies that it was just the movie of his time that people will always remember. You know, like he's always for majority of his movies, he's always a good character. In Training Day, he was a bad guy, and I think that's why it's. I wouldn't say it's overrated, but I think that's why it's so well known when people say like the Denzel movie they go to is Training Days because it is so much different than his other roles, and he's had so many roles that it's just easier to, you know, it's hard. It's like anybody, you know, as long as Leonardo DiCaprio has been out there, can, you know, if there's probably one or two movies that most people would associate with, you know.
But for black movies though, Training Day is that black movie. You can't put in Leonardo because Leonardo DiCaprio is white, and white people got a mass of everything. As far as black pass, Training Day gets that black pass. So you got to come down with a hard critique. If you is it iconic or is it overrated? Noah,
I don't think it's overrated. I think it's iconic because probably the main reason is it has so many quotables. Like I realized that when
it's two quotables. Jake, oh you motherfucker, yeah.
That whole voice, that whole persona. I mean, so many people can do that. Like it's just the whole movie itself. Like I realized that the first time I watched Pulp Fiction,
shooting basketball.
A couple of more in there than just.
I realized watching Pulp Fiction.
My nigga.
My nigga.
So many iconic lines that's why people like. That's why you would probably consider it overrated because it has so many quotables. There's so many lines.
Nigga, was it iconic to you? I know what iconic mean. I know what quotables are. Nigga, was it iconic to you? Do you feel like it's up there, huh?
Most definitely.
Damn. It is okay. It's iconic to you. I know what the definition is. I know why everybody say it. I don't think it was all that. I think it was overrated.
I mean, I would. Man, it's kind of. I don't know if I want to call it iconic though, man. I don't know if I want to call it iconic.
He won an award for it.
I can understand
because he had to play.
I understand, but I mean, but I feel like that award. No. Well, hold up, but I feel like that award is like, all right, man, we owe you. We couldn't give you the Malcolm X one.
Couldn't give you that
one. But
we'll give you that.
We couldn't give you glory, but you know what? I'm gonna give you this one. You know what I mean? But I you know, my I don't care about awards. That's just my personal. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's good, it's good. I don't like these awards about, you know, those are their awards. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't, to me, the awards doesn't matter. Was it good? What did it do for the culture? You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
That's what I look at. I don't know.
You know, but
I think Training Day, man. I feel it was overrated. I mean, it was a decent movie, but that year, no, I don't feel like Denzel should have got the Oscar that year for it. I know people want to give it to him. I didn't like the fact that he did play Quicker Cop for it, but you know what? Denzel did a good job, but I don't think he deserved it that year for it. But there were so many roles like we were just saying here that he did, but that should have been noticed way more over that role. But people want to go and take it like that's iconic role, and I think that they're saying that it's iconic because the fact that he won the Oscar for it. But it was okay if compared to all his other roles. I mean, I like the Mighty Quinn personally, and Devil in a Blue Dress compared to that. That's just
Thank
me.
you. Thank you.
I mean, like I say, I don't want to call it iconic, but it is a great. I don't want to say it's okay either. It was a great movie. It was a great performance by him. But to Noah's point, there's so many other movies that he had that was so great. Sometimes that one right there, like I said, it was just a part of his. It's just one of them things that's just a part of his.
That nigga also did Flight, so that nigga, that shit is up there in his top films. That's why Noah be thinking he slick with his politically correct ass answers. That shit is in his somebody's top 5 of Denzel.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's not in my top 5 because I don't personally like it, but I'll still give it his top 10 movie. So I mean, it's like I said, you gotta remember the Titans. I can quote them. I've seen that movie since I was 10. American Gangster was great. American Great. Book of Eli was amazing.
Yes.
John Q was heartbreaking. That's range right there. Okay. And then I personally like Malcolm X was good. And the 5th one can go either way. You can kind of almost throw Training Day on there, just if I got to think about all his movies, but just Training Day.
I liked Inside Man. What's the other one with him?
Preacher's Wife was real good too. I mean, that ain't nobody top 10.
But hey, what's the other one he was with the dang, who was in that? Sanaa Lathan was in that.
Deja Vu.
Yeah, it was Deja Vu. I like that one. That was dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's a class, but I would say I would watch that again over Training Day. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these other movies that he don't really get. But Inside Man was really dope, man. You know what I'm saying? And it was a good movie for Spike Lee.
Iconic.
Which one?
Was it iconic?
Inside Man.
Inside Man. Iconic? Nah.
You know it's iconic? Nah. LeBron James smacking Andre Iguodala's shit in Game 7. All right. The intro or nothing was the same. Okay. Look, the push off that Jordan did to win Game 6 against Utah. All right. Obama winning the first president. That's iconic. All right. Was this shit fall in the lane of iconic? Not the body of work.
Nah. I don't think it's iconic.
Nigga. You heard it right. All right. So my next one was I think Bernie Mac is an overrated comedian.
Oh man, now you go.
Yeah,
I don't think the Bernie Mac show is that funny. I usually skip it. I've seen a lot of them. I skip it a lot. Yeah, he just wasn't that funny to me. I tried. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I gave it enough time. He's been passed a long time. I feel like I could say this now. I don't think Bernie Mac was all that. I think he was funny.
He was dollar bills. He was dollar bills.
No, he wasn't the funniest part in Friday. He wasn't the funniest part in House Party.
He made Players Club.
Diamond made Players Club because I was looking at ass and titties.
Well, he made that House Party was horrible. That House Party was bad, and it wasn't funny.
I'm just saying.
He made the Kings of Comedy.
Yes.
Nah.
Compared to them 4,
yes,
you can't say he's overrated.
Oh, that House Party was bad.
All I'm saying is, I think he's a little overrated. So I'm in.
That House Party was bad, bro. You know that.
You give me 5 Bernie Mac funny moments, and I'll think about it. Other than the milk and cookie story, I Ain't Afraid of You Niggas, which was still just an okay comedy set. And what's the other one he did? I'm gonna tell you what he did funny. Inside Man with Samuel L. Jackson. No, not Inside Man. The one where him and Samuel Jackson was in it. Whenever they was musicians. Soul Man. There we go. Other than that, you give me a funny Bernie Mac, and besides Hey America, other than that from the Bernie Mac show. Like I said, he just not that funny.
So you don't think his stand up is funny, or you don't think he's funny?
It's not funny. His stand up is not that funny. Even the milk and cookies joke was not that funny.
So just a stand up though.
Him, period. Like I'm just saying, like he got some funny moments. Like he was funny in the Wayans Brothers episode. He was funny in Moesha. But there you go. I just don't think and y'all ain't really doing a good defense on Bernie right now because you know what I'm saying. I said this nigga ain't that funny. All y'all said was
I don't think he's as stand up funny as he is in movies and television funny. But I also feel the same way about a lot of people in their stand up. Like I don't think Chris Tucker's stand up or Martin Lawrence's stand up is as funny as them in movies. But they're definitely funny. Like Bernie Mac, there's some Bernie Mac movie scenes where I mean he like say he makes the whole movie, you know?
So you don't think he funny either? Is what you saying?
No, I think he's hilarious. That's why I don't think it's stand up.
You gave no examples. That's what I said. I just don't think he's that funny. I just said.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, cause I dropped off. But examples, you got Friday. Even that small role in Friday when he walked up at the Jehovah's Witness.
It was memorable.
That joke was memorable. That joke was memorable, and it was funny.
Everybody was quoting his line.
Dog, everybody but you think it's not memorable. Everybody but you think it's not memorable. Bro. Everybody thinks it's memorable, bro. That part in Friday. Right, that part in Friday is it was that small part he had in there.
It was quick and
hilarious.
It took it. $1 bills from Players Club, and I don't care that $1 bills. It's gonna be trouble.
Like I said,
man,
I'll give you Head of State with Chris Rock was the first black president, and his scene when he comes in from wherever he was coming in from the movie,
he slapped the shit out of everybody. Now Head of State, he was hilarious. Head of State, he was hilarious. I give him that.
He's hilarious and everything.
He's not hilarious. There's one example. If we was doing a show on who could be my defense attorney, y'all niggas going to jail. Whoever y'all defend is going to jail because y'all was doing the work. Because even then, Friday ain't that funny to me. I think Friday the worst one out of the three.
Wow.
Dang.
You hard, man.
What about Charlie's Angels? You ain't like him as Bosley?
Fuck, I look like no. I ain't like him as Bosley. I liked him in the Ocean. I liked him in the Oceans.
The Oceans movies, he was definitely good.
I liked him in
Oceans,
Guess Who? I think that was the name.
Movie was good.
Which one?
Yeah, when they did over just Guess Who's Coming to Get Dinner. They did that one movie over. Yeah,
Mr. 3000.
You like Mr. 3000 was funny, right? But Bernie Mac's hilarious, bro. Oh yeah. I forgot about that one, man. That was a good one. Man, what else? Man, Bernie Mac is hilarious, bro. You bugging?
He's just
bugging. Who was in your top 5 then?
What in life?
Oh, wait, I'm gonna answer that one, but go ahead, Trump.
Oh no! But I bet you, if Drake was on one of them things, it'll be a classic, wouldn't it?
You ain't even gotta ask, so I'm not even gonna answer that question.
I'll
say my top 5 comedians is Dave Chappelle, Martin Lawrence, Cat Williams, Chris Rock, and just a personal favorite of mine because I always watch him. D-Ray Davis has always been funny to me.
D-Ray underrated. Yeah. I mean, that's a good list, but I could take a few people out of there and add Bernie Mac in there.
Damn, nigga, it was only 5. Who you gonna take off? Cat Williams hilarious. So Cat Williams hilarious. You gonna take him over Cat?
I'm gonna take. I'll probably take off. I would take off. Man, it's a good list, but I'm taking D-Ray off and putting Bernie Mac in there. Just saying.
That's the only one. I say the only one you can do is D-Ray. That's his personal fave. So yeah. Oh, actually, my fault.
But we talking about stand up.
Everybody down. I'm saying my favorite comedians. Bump everybody down and put Eddie Murphy up in between the 1, 2, and 3. Martin Lawrence, Dave Chappelle, and Eddie Murphy are like my trinity. Don't matter for that. Chris Rock, Cat Williams are my 4 and 5. Bernie Mac is not funnier than any of them niggas. So I don't care.
Let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this. We doing over Kings of Comedy. Who deserves to be on that stage? We doing over Kings of Comedy. Right now, me and you know it. We doing over Kings of Comedy. Who was on that stage?
Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle.
And I say deserve. I mean that. I emphasize that.
I said deserve. Martin may be a little bit too outdated. Chris Rock don't joke the same. I still put Eddie up there. I'm sorry. Eddie can make it. I think Eddie can make it. So I said Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, Eddie Murphy, and we need one more, right? One more.
Because it was it was. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 of them, right?
Yeah,
It was 4.
I give it to Martin. I think Martin could do it. That's just a personal fave.
Do y'all think that Steve Harvey deserved to be on the Kings of Comedy?
Fuck no. I didn't even.
He wasn't funny like that.
None of them deserve to be up there. I forgot about Cedric the Entertainer.
Cedric was funny.
I said Cedric was funny. DL is not funny on stand up, but he's funnier his older stand up. Like when he got all them tattoos and going through his bipolar shit, he funnier then, but not Kings of Comedy funny. Steve Harvey, Family Feud. No, we don't need you.
Hey, y'all know. Hey, what's his name? So Joe Torre, right? His brother was supposed to be on the original Kings of Comedy.
I'm glad they left him off.
Right, because I'm like, how did he make it? Yeah, Guy Torre. Yeah, I think Guy Torre was supposed to be on the original.
Harrison could have made it then.
Right.
Right. I know this has been a great one. I appreciate y'all coming on. Make sure y'all let everybody know where to find y'all social media handles, how to find both podcasts. This has been a very fun episode. I want to make sure everybody get a chance to listen to my man's Trm and Teno from the Chord Room and the collab. So tell everybody how to get in touch with you real quick.
Well, for me, go and get in contact with me through IMTRM1000 on IG, and also got another IG page where I just do nothing but my beats and instrumentals. So it's TRM underscore PROD beats, and that's another IG handle for me. And definitely could check out the TCRP for the courtroom and the collab presents on IG. Go ahead, Teno.
516 Teno. You can catch me on there. You can also the Kings of the Republic IG. You can catch us on there. The courtroom IG. Like you said, the collab presents. You can catch us on there as well. That IG. And if anybody wants to be on, like if you got a talent, if you hip hop, you do whatever, you draw, whatever talent you have, just hit us up on there and see what you got. We'll put you on the podcast.
So you got anything to push out a shout out?
Well, just want to give a shout out to our beautiful mother. It's her birthday today, so.
Oh, happy birthday, Mom!
Yeah, Erica J out there in the podcast world.
Oh yeah, it is. Happy birthday, Erica. So other than that, I guess you ain't got no shout outs then other than that one. So we're gonna holler at y'all. This has been another episode of the 8 More Than 92 podcast where we always keep it 100 with you. We got our man's Teno and Trm, the official certified lover boys himself, Drake fan aficionados. They wanted me to let y'all know that they came on this episode just to give Drake his love. We appreciate that, y'all. And we're gonna end it right here. You know what I'm saying? Certified lover boy. Remember what that man said, you know what I'm saying? Daddy's home, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna end it out on this one note, pipe down. So we'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
Come to my studio.